Okay, so once we've chosen some content sources, the next thing we need to do is we need to go and set up our cron job. Now, a cron job is essential because it basically allows the plugin to post things to your site without you being logged in or without you being there. So it essentially lets the plugin run 24/7 completely automatically, posting things for your site, so you can set this up once and you never have to look at it again, and you can be sure that you're going to get your original content. So all you need to do to set this up is really easy. So you go to the C panel for your site, which should look like something like this. Now, if your site does not have C panel, or it doesn't look like this at all, the thing I would recommend you do first before you contact us is contact your web host. See, 90% of web hosts, they have cpanel and our cron job command will work fine. However, some hosts do have different setups and it's completely impossible for us to know all of them. So I would recommend, if you do have any problems with your cron job, please first of all contact your web host and ask them to help you set it up. They will be familiar with cron jobs. They should know how to set up a cron job if you give them a cron job command. So please, if you have any problems, you can't figure this out, your cPanel doesn't look like this, contact your web host first. And only if you can't get your web host to help you, please contact us afterwards. Just remember, we can't possibly know all the different web host configurations out there, so it is much easier for you to get help from your web host first. Okay, with that being said, once you're in the cPanel for your website, the next thing you want to do is scroll down to this advanced section here and then click cron jobs. And then it's really, really, really simple. So all you do is you grab the command, which starts here at wget, ends at PHP. You copy this, and you paste it in here. And you want it to run, well, you want it to run twice per day. There we go. And we paste it there. Now, this means that it will try and post two things to your site. So it'll run and post two posts a day. So if you wanted to post less than that, you could change this to a post, say, just once per day or once per week. If you wanted to post more than that, you could do, say, once per hour. However, unless you have the Pro version plugin, we have limited how often it can post. It's basically just because of, server resources and things like that. Unless you have the Pro version, you will be limited in how often you can post. So even if you set this to once per hour, it might not necessarily post once per hour. It will only post at your limit. So if you have the basic, I do recommend sticking to it once per day or twice per day at the very most. But that should be fine. That's giving you fresh, new, great original content every single day, which is what Google wants, and that's all you should really need. So I'm gonna just choose once per day. So once you've added that in, add your command in, you just do add new cron job, and that's it done. It's as simple as that. And now the plugin is set up and will now start posting content to you automatically. One thing I would point out is if you see that you've got an email address in here, I would remove the email address. That's because otherwise you'll end up getting sent a email every single time the cron job does something, and it's kind of pointless. It'll just clog up your inbox and there's no need for it. So if your email address isn't in there, just remove it. Okay, so the next thing after this is we're going to go on and have a look at the settings for how you can configure how your content is spun and how it is displayed.